Princess, Siren, and Creep Show, and subscribe to Raze Chaos.
I've been waiting for you.
I guess thank you for that. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Raze Chaos, and you have made it back to my channel. And today, excuse me. Today, we're going to have a lot of fun because we get to go with the tall man from the Phantasm series.
A toy.
Yeah, it's a pop vinyl figure. It's a toy. I'm not going to be shamed by a fictional character. Damn it. Alright, so yes, we have the tall man from the Phantasm movies. The Phantasm movie, the movie Phantasm came out in 1979, and the franchise is a very unique one in the respect of it was created by Don Coscarelli, and he basically kept a tight hold on the entire thing the entire time. And this is a series. I mean, they've made 5 movies over the course of the past 20 years. And it's been his vision the entire time. And it gets confusing. It very much gets confusing. And there's a lot of time jumps going on in there. There's time back and forths and everything. And going to different dimensions, that kind of stuff. It gets really confusing. The strange part about it is that if you watch all 5 of them as a whole, it creates this amazing experience. It's an amazing series of movies, and whether you like or dislike like any one particular movie in the franchise. Watching it, the impressive part was 20 years later, getting to that final 5th movie. You get the sense that you'd actually seen. I mean, it really kind of made sense as a whole, and it was easier to enjoy it that way than trying to break it up and just watching bits and pieces of it, because it kind of jumps all over the place. And
Boy!
Yes, I know you're here. One of the big reasons for that is actually the tall man. The tall man was played by Angus Scrimm, who played the tall man all the way through it. And even though, the tall man implies a very, very tall man, Angus Scrimm was 6'3", and they did their best in doing film tricks and everything. This was a low budget. The budget on these movies have not been the best, but they've been enough to continue the purpose. And I'm not sure, like how tall the tall man's actually supposed to be. Like I said, the actor is 6'3", or was 6'3". He has passed.
Use your brain, boy.
Okay, the tall man's really freaking tall. You're gonna get to me on this one, aren't you? The whole premise behind Phantasm and where it came from, where it started, was Don Coscarelli had a dream about being followed by a very tall man through these long white corridors, and that had little spheres that would chase him that had blades on them. And when he woke up, he basically created an entire horror movie franchise based on that, which that's actually pretty impressive considering, most people just dismiss their dreams. but it managed to make him a much bigger deal. And actually, we're going to go ahead and put this guy away and take a look at this.
Boy!
You're not going away, are you? Okay, so you've got the tall man. He's actually holding one of the sentinels, which in the movie they're called sentinels. That's not actually revealed until the third movie that they're actually called that. But what the tall man essentially is he's a mortician. He sets up as a mortician, and he basically uses the dead to create slaves for an other dimensional world. And one of them are called lurkers, which are little I want to say Jawa looking characters, but the fact is that the Phantasm had wrapped shooting completely before the first Star Wars movie came out. So even though they do pretty much look like Jawas, they were obviously not a ripoff. Or they couldn't have been a ripoff because nobody had seen Jawas yet. The other thing is they cram the brain into this tiny sphere, and it basically is like kind of the gopher. Oh, I'm gonna drop it. But yes, it's really a mind trip. And one of the really cool things about it, the original Phantasm was actually supposed to be over 3.5 hours long, but Don Coscarelli realized that, hey, who's gonna watch my crappy little low budget movie for that much? And he cut it down to what is available today. By the time they got to part 5, they found the footage from that original movie that they had cut out, and was actually to splice it and put it into part 5, which is the final movie. Partially because, or I think a good reason of that is because Angus Scrimm passed on, and obviously if you don't have the tall man, you can't do it. The tall man did die in the series. I think he's died like twice throughout the course of those 5 movies, and another tall man comes. So it's really hard to say. What he is never completely explained, and he's just very imposing, and he's very, very nightmare-inducing. But I think we're going to go ahead and take this guy out and have a look at him.
It's time now, boy.
Just not gonna give up. Like, oh my God, what is your deal? Okay, so here we have it. We've got the little symbol on the tie, which is awesome looking. We've got him holding one of the sentinels with the spikes throwing out of it. And you've got his skewed eyes going on there and checking you out. And just kind of looking at you with the whole, boy! Okay, I get it. You can do it better than I can. But it's really a fun. It's one of those crazy movies that if it's kind of hit or miss if you watch any one of the 5 movies. I mean, you had people like me that had watched the first 2 at the very least, and just thought it was a real mind trip, and subsequently enjoyed the next 2 as they came out. But it really wasn't until the 5th movie, when it came out, that kind of glued it all together. Really made you get a sense of what a time-bending, imaginative story that it actually is. And it is an experience all in itself, and well worth checking out, but it is 5 movies long, so keep that in mind. And granted, you might be questioning that as you get through them, especially with the second one, as the movie got picked up by Paramount at one point. I believe it was Paramount. But they got picked up by Paramount, and they didn't want to use the actor to play Mike, the young boy who basically stumbles onto all this, and didn't want to use the same actor, so they put a completely different person in there. And Coscarelli did it in order to get the movie made, but then they pretty much subsequently dropped the franchise after that, because they were like, what was that? And when he went on to make the third movie, he was able to bring the original actor back. And so, yeah, there is some confusion when you watch the movie. But basically, the movie's meant to be confusing a little bit. And yeah, you're watching this movie and you see a guy running around in an ice cream truck with his ice cream truck uniform on. And he seems to be quite persuasive with the female form. It's really kind of mystifying how a man in a ice cream uniform manages to get the women through all the way through this film franchise. But Reggie is essentially the hero of the story. Mike being his young companion, and yeah, the whole thing is a trip. And by the time
Death is no escape from me.
By the time you get to the end of it, you're kind of left wondering, you know, whether it really happened or if it was all a really weird delusion that Reggie experienced. So with that, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. And okay, what do you want? Why do you keep bothering me?
Can I persuade you to subscribe?
It's my channel! Oh my god. Okay, I've had enough of him, so I'm going to go ahead and get out of here now, and I hope you have a great day. Subscribe to the channel. Oh, he's already done that. Give me a like on this video if you've enjoyed it, and let me know in the comments below whether you've experienced the Phantasm movies, whether you've watched all of them or even part of some of them. But yeah, definitely. I hope you have a great day, and never forget that life is full of odd moments. You never know when you're going to be defined.
Yep.